Today I'm going to share 3 drills that are going to help you get your first jibe. Let's go. Thanks so much for joining us. Today we are going to talk about the jibe, and I'm going to share 3 drills that I think are really going to help you progress to the point where you can get your first jibe. We already have a few videos on jibing that address a few different issues, but the main issue that I see that's stopping a lot of people from jibing that we are going to talk about today is pitch control. It's the ability to keep your bird level, to fly correctly at different speed and at different edge. So what I mean is, as you ride along, you know how to ride hillside both ways, you have no issue with that. Well, that means you are able to keep your bird pretty level through the flight and just glide with power in your wing. But what we really need to practice is being able to keep that same pitch control when we slow down, because as we jibe, we are using some of our glide, so we are using some of our speed, so through the turn we start slowing down. Can we keep the same pitch? What I see often is, as you go through the jibe, the nose goes up. If your nose is pointed up, you are essentially climbing a hill, except we are going through the jibe, we are going downwind, we don't have as much power in your wing. If you are going uphill, you are going to slow down drastically and you might stall, it might make you fall. So being able to keep control of the nose at different speed, even when you slow down and you've felt it, you start slowing down and really that nose is pushing, preventing it from going up, keeping it down so you can glide through it. And the other thing that's going to really affect your ability to pitch, to keep control of the pitch, is changing your edge. So the wind is in my back right now. As I'm riding along, I would be edging like that, power in my wing, always my upwind rail lower. This is the edge that I'm having when I ride hillside. You know how to do this. When we go into the jibe, we are switching edge. So we go kind of flat and then we actually roll to your toes, and then that's engaging your turn. That sometimes can affect your ability to keep control of your pitch. As you roll from heel to toes, you lose your ability to keep the nose down, and that basically you have shifted, not only you have shifted your edge, you have shifted your center of gravity back, nose up, and then either you bridge or you slow down and you fall. So those 3 drills, we are actually always going to practice them in your good stance. So if you are regular, those are drills you're going to practice with your left foot forward. If you are goofy, those are drills that you are going to practice with your right foot forward. So drill number 1 is going to be, you're riding along power hillside, you are at about 90 degrees to the wind, you're going to slightly come down, let's call it 10 degrees shift going downwind, and you're going to depower your wing. That means now you have no more edge, because if you have nothing to hold on to, you have to come on top of the bird. So now we pretty much have the bird flat, and we are going to try to glide all the way until we slow down, we touch down, and then we pick up power again, edge upwind again, and we go. We need to do that a few times until we know for sure we can glide all the way. The goal is really to be able to start high as you can, comfortably, you know, with the water that you have. If it's really choppy, don't go too high, but starting high on the mast and then gliding all the way until your bird comes down on the water. What we really want to avoid is we kill the power, we glide, and then as we slow down, nose up, and boom, we drop, we stall. We need to keep control of the nose so that doesn't happen, so we don't make the bird stall. We keep the nose down, and then we're going to slowly come down, touch down, pick up power again, and go. That's drill number 1. That's really giving us the ability to keep pitch control at different speed, because we started decent speed, we use our glide, we ended up with no speed, bird on the water, and we were able to keep the nose down. Drill number 2, we are gonna add what is gonna be needed for the jibe is the ability to slightly turn. So not only we are gonna depower and we're gonna try to work on the pitch control, keeping the nose down, getting that glide, but we are gonna introduce a small turn. So now we're gonna try to go pretty much downwind, point downwind, and just glide, touch down, and then pick up power again, go again. So now we are slowly introducing the idea of not only gliding, putting your bird flat, but now also putting a slight toe side edge. So we start going downwind, but we've always had control of the nose. The sketchier fall is always when we don't have control of the nose is up, it really puts on the brakes, and then we kind of like get to the point, the stall speed, and if we have a big foil, maybe we fall around, we hit the foil. So if you keep the nose down, really if you fall, it will be a safe fall. So that's how I like to teach. When I teach jibing, I want to keep it safe. I don't want my students to get hurt. So I really spend a lot of time on working on those skills so that it gets automatic. You slow down, you always keep the nose down, you are gonna bring that nose to the water, and if you fall, it's no big deal. So now we are gonna go into drill number 3, which is gonna be like keeping that turn going all the way until we hit the other side. So now we are not only doing a 90-degree turn like drill number 2, we are actually trying to go past, and we're pretty much gonna go almost all the way down, maybe still slightly pointing downwind, but in our new direction. So we started here, we depower the wing, keep the wing high. We are not worrying about the wing too much. We are worrying about pitch control and switching edge turning. So we started, again, wind is in my back, going this way, turning, 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 turning. Boom, I'm like downwind, pointing slightly downwind, but my new direction. I'm coming down on the water, switching my hand on the wing, getting power again, taking off. I can switch feet. It's nice if you have a bird that you are really comfortable with, a bird that floats you enough. So once you get bird on the water, it's nice and stable. The reason I really isolate the wing part is because, to me, most people, when they can't achieve the jibe, it's not because of the wing. If you have no issue turning and you have problems with your wing handling, we actually made a video that address the wing handling. We'll put the link somewhere here. But I would say 80-90% of the people, when they can't jibe, is because of being able to turn all the way and being able to keep pitch control through the various speed and various edging. Through all of those drills, the goal is really to keep the wing high and not worry about the wing, really focusing on the bird. If we divide our attention between turning and the wing, often that's when we get a sketchy fall again, because we forget the pitch control and then we go overboard. So we really let the wing fly high, not worry about it. We will pick it up once we cross. Another reason I really want to not think about the wing is because I think often when I see people jibing, the wing stops them from completing their jibe because they worry too much about the wing. So they are going through their turn, they are finding themselves pointing downwind, totally downwind, and they try to go for the back handle. Except in this position, the back handle is really far from me. It's all the way there. If I'm going for the back handle, I stop turning. So now I'm stuck downwind and I'm chasing that back handle. That back handle is not coming to me because as I'm moving downwind, that back handle is going downwind. So again, not worry about the wing. If I would really focus on the turn, I keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. And now what happened? That back handle is right there. I don't have to reach for it. It's literally right here. So Don't try to grab your back handle when you are pointing downwind. It's too soon. You need to keep turning, boom, now you can grab your back handle. So those are like really key drills, steps that you need to spend a lot of time practicing and not skip the steps. That's gonna allow you to progress quicker and progress safer. So again, you work on your drill number 1, you do it over and over and over until every single time you can glide all the way in a straight line until you touch down. Pick up power again and then try again. Drill number 2, same thing, you introduce a turn where you are going to be pointing downwind. You do that over and over. Never you should have that nose shoot up, drop, stall. If that happens, that means you failed the drill. You need to do it over and over before you move to drill number 3. Drill number 3, you go all the way around, come down, pick up power again. And then once you got those 3 steps absolutely dialed, you don't fail, then you try to control your pitch so that you can get the most glide. And when you find yourself on the other side, you still have enough room, you are not on the water, you pick up your handle, you are ready to go again. What you're gonna find is that once you get to that last 10% of the jibe, completing your jibe, what gets in your way is actually riding toe side. So that's something you actually can practice on the beach if you put yourself in a toe side position and really work on your wing handling. How does it feel? Because when we ride, we are so used to leaning back against the power you have in your wing. Now when you ride toe side, if you lean back, it actually makes the nose go up, so you have hard time riding like that. You actually want your chest to be forward, and you actually want to open up your front handle, not pulling it down, or otherwise you have no power. So I'm opening, I'm leaning with my chest kind of forward. I need to make sure I'm like on top of my front foot, and I need to be able to keep consistent toe side edge. Exactly as you ride hillside, you know how to do that. You are comfortable staying on your heel. That's what's allowing you to go upwind, keep riding for a long time. If you find yourself completing your jibe and always being pointing downwind, having no power in your wing, it's because you are not edging enough on your toes. Once you edge enough on your toes, now you're gonna feel that power in your wing. And as long as you open your front hand, lean against it with your chest, not with your back, you're gonna be able to feel power in your wing, and you're gonna be able to slightly edge back upwind again right away. So those are the 3 drills that I have for you today. Go out there, practice, let me know how it goes. If there are things that have helped you achieve your jibe, make sure you share it in the comments. The goal is really to get everybody to progress, to have fun. It can be a difficult and a frustrating process, but if you really do it the right way, put in the time, there's no reason you can't do it. All of the gear I've used today is available at wingfoilprocenter.com. It's a great way. If you appreciate the videos we make, you find values out of them, it's a great way to give back. So we appreciate the support. On that note, get out there, practice your jibe. I hope you get it, and we'll see you guys next week.